Welcome to the Akasha Yoga Practice. My name is Kirsten, and I'll guide you through 25 minutes Yin Yoga Love Flow, a flow for deep relaxation and release. This is a practice that's dedicated particularly to our hips because this is where we carry and store a lot of unprocessed emotions and stress and tensions. And by giving some love, some stretch, some openness to our hips, we will be able to lean more freely into the divine flow of love. If you enjoy this practice, please sign up to our calendar with the link in the description below so you can get updated on our latest practices. If anything in this practice doesn't feel right, produce pain, stay away from that, modify, lessen your practice. You definitely will meet intensified sensations of stress, but that's very different than actual pain that is short, sharp, burning sensation. From that, we want to stay away. All right. We are ready to start with our practice by opening with an internalization. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat on your yoga mat. That might be folded legged or cross legged. Just a moment here to actually arrive on the mat and get ready for practice. Align your shoulders over your hips, lifting to the crown of your head, and gently bring your chin backwards. Close your eyes and melt your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale and send your inhale into the chest. Expand your chest. And as you exhale, release your belly, soften your belly, and soften your rib cage. Just a few deeper breaths to land in the body, to land on the mat, and to get ready for practice. One more breath, inhaling, expanding the chest, and exhaling to soften and release. If you feel to set an intention for this practice, now is a good moment for that. And one last deep breath to expand the chest and to soften the belly. We'll get ready with our first posture, the butterfly, half butterfly it is today. So for half butterfly, take a flat pillow or a folded blanket that will definitely support your practice in folding forward. Open your legs, take one of your legs, bring it in, and sit in the center of your legs. This is how we start. If you feel that's not right in your knee, you can open that leg a little bit to release tensions from your knee. And here we start with a straight spine, slowly walking the hands forward. Just with extended arms, pause for a moment and see how that feels in your hips, in your knee, in your back. And if you feel ready, take a deeper walk further forward, perhaps drop onto your elbows or simply soften your whole upper body. So this is a practice now in which we really encourage the spine to round. So we don't want to stay here with a long and straight spine, but that's a practice that not only opens into the legs and hips, but also opens the backside of the upper body, creates space in the tissues. So we find our expression. What's important for this practice is that you find a position in which you can relax completely. So if stacking on your elbows feels good, that's a nice position to be in.
or simply dropping the head towards the floor, finding a position in which you can deeply relax. Especially what you want to be able to relax is the hips and the legs and the back. You're somewhat centered in the middle, and you feel a stretch in your extended leg and the back of your extended leg, perhaps a little bit towards the inner thigh of your extended leg. And you might feel a gentle opening in the hips of your folded leg. So here we are deeply relaxing into our half butterfly, relaxing the facial expression. Here particularly soften your forehead and soften your jaw. These are typical areas of tension carrying places in our body. Soften your neck, your shoulders. Allow your head to really hang heavy. Relaxing the spine, the hips and the legs. The whole body is soft and relaxed. You're in a position in which you feel a sensation of stretch. But it's not that you really have to endure here the stretch, but it's a stretch that actually feels quite nice to lean into, and in a way brings a certain aliveness into the body. If it feels anything stronger than that, back off a little. So you always want to be in a place in which you can deeply relax and actually really enjoy, in a way, that opening of the body. Connect into your breath. Your breath is flowing freely. If you feel you have to hold your breath, also back off a little. Or if you feel your breath is tensed, also back off a little. We stay here for 3 last breaths. And after the 3rd breath, whenever that is for you, start activating your arms and hands. Press into your hands and really slowly walk your hands back to your body. So Yin is a super slow and stable practice. So the postures that we hold, we are completely still and relaxed, and the movements that we do, they're really slow. Coming back to upright, and we just take here a moment to be still, to feel the effects of that practice. Take your hands behind you and close your extended leg. We'll transition into our next posture, square. So for square, we are working now into the outer hip, especially of the leg that was extended. So the extended leg is now the leg that's the front leg, and we want to place roughly the feet under the knees. So see if that's possible for you. And you want to roughly square, meaning bring your shins parallel with the short edge of your yoga mat. If that doesn't feel right in your knees, pull your feet a little bit closer in towards your body. And here we go again. We start walking into a forward fold. You will see that feels very, very different from the previous forward fold. So come again with your arms extended and pause here for a moment and just see how that resonates and feels in your body. So you want to feel a stretching sensation, but you want to stay away from pain, and the sensation that you want to feel in this posture is in the outer hip of especially the leg that's in the front. If you feel you want to take it deeper, walk your hands further forward and completely release the spine, letting the head hang loose, and in this way coming back to this completely relaxed posture. So this posture works now quite a bit differently in the lower body. In the upper body, it's very similar to what was before. So we have again a nice opening of the entire backside of the upper body. At the same time, we are working now into the outer hips, releasing tensions from the outer hips. So you want to go only as deep as feels comfortable. So you want to be in a stretching sensation that's actually nice to be in. It should not be a sensation that reaction would be provoked of closing or holding back or tensioning. So Yin Yoga is all about this creating openness and softness, and through that leaning into space in the body. So deeply relax here, your facial expression, your neck, your shoulders, letting the head really be heavy, the spine be round. Consciously soften your hips. You might find some unconscious underlying tension or holding still being there. See if you can release that and open deeper. Allow your breath to be soft and free. We stay here for 3 more breaths. And after your 3rd breath, gently press into your palms, and again, really, really slowly walk your spine back into neutral, into vertical. We'll sit here just for a moment. Perhaps you want to stretch out your legs in front of you, lean onto your hands in the back, being still and receptive and open for our bodies, for the energies, for our psycho-emotional structure. Just being attentive to what's present without judging. Embracing this opening, relaxation, and release. We continue on the second side. So once more, bring your legs a little wider. Now bend in your opposite leg. You still perhaps sit on your folded blanket or pillow. Check in with the knee of your folded leg. If that doesn't feel good, open your band a little. Open your fold a little, and we'll start once more walking forward. Just extending the arms, staying here for a moment. And once you feel ready, just walk further forward as much as it feels right in your body. Find your final position in which you feel you can be for a bit without creating a sensation or reaction of tenseness in the body and also not in the breath. So find your spot and deeply relax. So here once more, it is not about keeping the spine nice and straight and long, but it is actually about rounding the spine. There's no problem with rounding the spine. It's actually quite healthy for the spine in case it is in a healthy condition. If you're struggling with lower back pain or a condition, a special condition, it is actually advised to keep the lower back straight. But in case your spine is fine, folding, bending, flexing is actually a very healthy movement, a very natural movement. Relaxing the facial expression, the shoulders, the back, and the hips, and both legs. So you feel again this nice stretch in the backside of the extended leg, perhaps a little in the inside of the upper thigh and the extended leg, a gentle rotation in the hips of the folded leg, and a nice rounding of the spine, a gentle stretch across the back and neck. We tap into the breath. If you feel you need a little bit more grounding, a little bit more being present in the moment or being present in the body rather than in the mind, draw your breath into the belly. So as you inhale, let the belly expand. And as you exhale, let it release and soften. This abdominal breathing is really helping to ground, to calm down, to arrive more in the body and to get out of the mind. If that's you, use that during the practice and throughout your day. Allowing a wave of softness and relaxation once more infuse your entire body. Staying here for 3 last breaths. After your 3rd breath, whenever that is for you, start pushing into your hands. And as previously, walk your hands super slowly back towards the body to gently roll up the spine into vertical. A moment of stillness with the eyes closed. And preparing for our next posture, drawing that extended leg into square, perhaps adjusting your cushion a little. Come sitting at the edge of your cushion or folded blanket. The shins are roughly parallel to one another and the short edge of your yoga mat, and your feet are roughly underneath your knees. If the knees don't feel good, draw your feet a little bit more backwards. And here we start again with the spine upright. And from here, walk your hands forward first to simply extend your arms and to lean into your extended arms, and to start slowly feeling a very, very gentle sensation of stretch in the outer hip, especially the one leg that's in the front that has been extended previously. If you want to take it deeper, if you feel you're actually really open and ready for more sensation, walk your hands further forward, drop onto your elbows or beyond your elbows, allowing your crown of the head to sink and melt towards the floor. Again, check in with what's actually right for your body. You want to be in a sensation of gentle stretch in the outer hips, but it is a sensation of stretch that you can fully embrace and be present with. It does not create any reaction of tension, neither in the body nor in the breath. Also check in with your facial expression. Are you soft in your forehead? Relaxed in your jaw? What's the quality of your breath? Does it flow softly and freely? Or does it get restricted because of your practice? If this is the case, back off a little. Yin Yoga does not work by the depth and intensity of your posture, but actually by time. So if you feel sensation, that's just enough. Then we stay here, and over time that opens gently That's the gentle approach. That's yin. So we're here to fully relax into the body, into the breath, softening the face, the shoulders, the back, and specifically the hips. Allowing the belly to really pop out and be free. As you inhale, draw your breath into the belly, let it swell. And as you exhale, let it soften. Yin Yoga practice is really about softness, softening all that's solid in our body, that's tense in our body, in our breath, in our mind, to melt that away, to release that, to open. And through that, to come back again to an availability to the universal energies of love, of peace, of rest, of hope. Of trust. We stay here for 3 last breaths. After your 3rd breath, gently start pressing into your palms whenever that is for you. And slowly walk your spine back to vertical. Lean back onto your palms behind you and stretch out your legs, and just for a moment be still. Just being attentive to the entire body. You might feel an activation, an energetic activation of the back of your legs, of your outer hips, of your back. A sense of invigoration with energy, at the same time expansion and relaxation and softness in the body. And that naturally induces a deeper state of calm and relaxation on a psycho-mental level. We get ready for our next posture, releasing that pillow in case you have been working with a pillow or folded blanket, and just lying onto your backside. Lie on your backside, and we'll continue with the posture that opens the sides and especially the IT band banana. So take your legs, walk your legs over towards one side until you feel a nice stretch in your hips. Then take your upper body and move it in the same direction. So you come into banana shape or half moon shape. Bring your arms overhead if that feels right, and potentially catch hold of your opposite elbow. Again, here you want to be in a sensation of stretch, but that shouldn't be too much. That should feel good to actually lean into. If it is too much, just back off. That's completely fine. Sometimes we are moving into direction, and it's really an important realization that it doesn't work, and to then back off from what we do if that doesn't work. So we are here in banana shape, allowing the body to relax and rest into. Just evaluate how that feels right now. If you feel just right, you can take the inner ankle and cross it over the outer ankle to just lock your body into place. If you feel you want to take the stretch a little deeper, you can take your outer leg and ankle and cross it over the inner. And just deeply rest into your banana shape. Relaxing the facial expression, the shoulders and chest. the belly, the hips and legs, relaxing not only on a physical level but on an energetic level, on an emotional level, on a mental level, meaning to lean into the energy of rest, trust, softness. Three more breaths. After your third breath, release your arms first and bring your upper body back to center. Release your legs from on top of each other and bring them back to center. Take a breath here, allowing both hips to really ground and soften. Once you're ready, take your legs over to the other side. So you don't have to go as far as you possibly can. Just take them over to the side, enough to feel a stretch. Then follow that with your upper body into the same direction. Catching hold of the opposite elbow overhead. And just deeply resting back into the shape. See what you want to do with your ankles. If you want to cross your ankles, if you want to deepen the stretch, take your outer ankle, cross it over the inner. If you want to lock rather your position in place, take your inner ankle and cross it over the outer ankle. And just deeply relax. Everything soften completely. As you soften more, as you open more, the energy of trust and love becomes available to nourish you from the inside. Yin Yoga is exactly here for that. You're exactly in the right place to nourish your soul with trust and love as you open in softness. Three last breaths. After your third breath, first release your arms. Bring your upper body back to center slowly. Uncross your legs and bring them back to center as well. Take a moment to roughly center your body. Bring it to a symmetrical with a little bit of space in between your feet, with some space in between your hands and body, palms turned up. Just deeply lean back into stillness. Once more to end the practice, deeply relaxing, opening and softening the entire body. Completely still, and available. Not because we hold on to something, but because we are completely open and soft, open to love, open to trust. Breathe in love and trust. Breathe out love and trust. Leaning into this ever present universal energy of love, of trust. Stay here as long as it is right. Thank you for practicing with me today. I so much appreciate your openness and softness. Namaste.